Well, give me 1 second. 1 second. We gotta do that again. We gotta do that again. That ain't the one. 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 My bad. My bad, dog. Here we go. All right. Bring that intro again. My bad. So y'all know what it is. It's your boy Cam, football frame of mind. One half for the squad. So you know what it is. It's time for another all team hits or draft hits or misses. We are in the thick of NFL draft season, and we're about to culminate this in a couple of days or a week or so with the NFL draft, man. So we look forward to seeing all of you guys watch our draft show, man, as we go over the first round and a lot of the action, man. But before we get started, man, don't forget to like and subscribe to all of our social media platforms. That's X, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, whatever. We got the audio stuff going too, so check it out. But nonetheless, y'all know what the deal is. Check it out, man. We got all our socials at the bottom, scrolling on here, so check us out. We are growing exponentially every day, and we're looking to hit 50,000 by the end of the year, man. So we can't do it without you guys, man. So today, if you've seen the title, we're going over the Cowboys hits and misses of the first round since the year 2000, right? So America's team. America's team is one of those logos that is personified throughout sports, man. I don't care who you are or what you have, what sport you watch, but I'm pretty sure that you have heard of the Dallas Cowboys, man, unless you've really been under a rock or something. You know about the Cowboys. You also know that, you know, they're one of those teams that you either like or dislike quite a bit. And I can be honest, I'm not the biggest Cowboys fan. I'm not. But because I feel like America's team should be the Patriots. I mean, come on, man, they got all the colors, right? But nonetheless, man, the Cowboys have been a storied franchise, man, for years. Been a storied franchise for years, man. I mean, what's good? Nonetheless, man, the Cowboys have been a storied franchise for years. It's one of those franchises, like I said, you know, from your childhood. Your grandpa's grandpa probably know that, right? Um, and they kind of fell on hard times, as they moved out of the '90s, right? Now, everybody kind of knows the story of why they pretty much fell out of Super Bowl contention consistently. Losing Jimmy Johnson, owner and head coach button heads is never a good thing. Never ever a good thing. So, but as I said before, you can you can overcome that if you make the right decisions in the draft. So hold on, be right back. Hold on. All right. Yeah. So you can counteract certain things when you hit in the draft, right? So we always start off, man, by looking back where they've been to figure out where they went, right? So obviously, Cowboys have a whole lot of Hall of Famers, man. They drafted pretty well over the history of their team, right? Bob Lilly, um, Hall of Famer. Let's see, Too Tall Jones, might not be a Hall of Famer, but definitely got to the Pro Bowl. Randy White's a Hall of Famer. Tony Dorsett's a Hall of Famer, right? Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman is also a Hall of Famer. Emmitt Smith, I'm gonna say Michael Irvin as well. Russell Maryland's a Pro Bowler, right? So they drafted a lot. Greg Ellis was a pretty good player as well. Roy Williams. So they drafted pretty good throughout the history. But we all, like I said, we all know that the beef between Jerry Jones, between you know, like you know, rules of the team and who really is responsible for the success. Sometimes egos get the best of it, and they really messed up a good opportunity to reel off about 4 or 5 Super Bowls, man. That's how good this team was, right? But as they left the '90s, they had a bunch of coaches like Barry Switzer and Dave Campo, and I want to say, hold on, it'd be better to look at Greg Ellis because he was there for a little bit. So '98. So right, so they went from Barry Switzer to Chan Gailey, and then when they got to the 2000s, it became Dave Campo's team, right? So Dave Campo is one of Jerry's guys because he's been on the Cowboys for a long time, and he's defensive coordinator. So that's really what happened, right? But the key to understanding why the Cowboys struggle so much is Jerry Jones, man. Everybody says that when you're Jerry's guy, he's gonna love on you, and sometimes he loves a little too much, right? But let's get into the 2000s, man. So, but I actually want to get into the '98 draft because that's kind of where they made some mistakes, right? So the Cowboys had the eighth pick in '98, right? And they drafted Greg Ellis, right? Now you could have drafted Fred Taylor to kind of put you into a good spot and going into the future in terms of running back because Emmitt Smith was teetering on his way out. His best years may not have been behind him, but they were closing in, right? And you could have went defense to kill spikes, man. But the key person that they missed out on was Randy Moss. Okay. It was a perfect spot for them. I mean, Michael Irvin, I think, had just retired or whatever, or had retired anyway. So you could have drafted Randy Moss and then later on got another quarterback, right? You could even sign a quarterback because, quite frankly, playing with the Cowboys, back then really meant something. I think it still does, but in the '90s, it still meant something. So any free agent would have signed with the Cowboys, right? And then you had this crazy, talented player, Randy Moss. So that was a mistake. I don't think they ever drafted a player. It took them a long time, in my opinion, to draft a receiver that was even capable of giving them Pro Bowl production, right? So I mean, they signed To, but I'm talking about homegrown talent, right? But 2000, they didn't have a pick. 2001, they didn't have a pick, traded it to Seattle, so they traded both picks to Seattle. I'm actually curious why, but they would do that. Why would they do that? Who the fuck did they trade? Ah, okay. So they made those two first round trades, man, for Joey Galloway, who's actually like we'll do this. Joey Galloway, he don't get the love he deserves, man. I mean, 700 catches, man. Was 11,000 yards, 11 touchdowns, like 77 touchdowns. Like he don't get the love he deserved. Joey Galloway was pretty damn good, man. And I'm not sure why he doesn't get Hall of Fame consideration, in my opinion, because he was damn good, dog. He was damn good. That's a trade I would make. That's a trade I would make. Like I would trade two first rounders, man, for Joey Galloway because coming into that particular season, 2000, he had almost four 1,000 yard seasons. So that's 4,000 yards in 4 years. I believe it must have either got hurt or something. But like, bro, that's wild. Now the trade itself was kind of a dud for Dallas, and I mean, I don't even think they don't really have no quarterback or nothing, in my opinion. Yeah, they ain't had no quarterback for real. They still had Aikman. Yeah, they still had Aikman. Yeah, but he had so many concussions at that point. It's like, what was left? You know what I'm saying? But still one hell of a player, man. But we go to 2002 and they go defense with Roy Williams. Roy Williams was pretty damn good. Played there for a little bit, man. But his production was there, man. And he's one of the hardest hitting players in the league, man. He was really a hard hitter, man. Like if you wasn't paying attention, your face was gonna be in the turf, man. But Pro Bowler, All Pro, a lot of tackles. This is a hit. He was very, very good, man. Especially Oklahoma, he was really good too. So, national champion, defensive back of the year, Jim Thorpe Award, All American, Big 12. Like he did everything. So this is a hit, right? Uh, Terrence Newman, actually, in my opinion, was actually pretty damn good, man. He played with Dallas for a while, like 9 years. Uh, the Pro Bowls, man. But the production is there, man. 4 interceptions, bro. Like those are his totals and interceptions. He wasn't afraid to tackle nobody. Like this is a hit, man. This is a hit. So yeah, man. So '04, they ended up trading their pick to who's that? They ended up trading it to Buffalo. So they moved back in the draft. But nonetheless, they got two first rounders from it, right? So '05 was really good. DeMarcus Ware slipped. I don't know why. I have no idea why he slipped, man. But y'all know what it is, man. DeMarcus Ware, Like, look at these sack totals, man. 8, 11, 14, 20, 11, 15, 19, 11, 6, 10. Like, come on, man. Like, stop playing. Like, this is a Hall of Famer. Like, whether you like it or not, this is a Hall of Famer, man. This was a hit for Dallas. I mean, all pro bowlers, all decade team. Like, this is a steal, honestly, considering the fact that he even fell to the Cowboys. Like, bro, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, okay, we had our controversy at the top of the '05 draft, but I mean, 49ers, they knew what they knew they was fucking up anyway. I don't know who decided that they should take Alex Smith over Aaron Rodgers at that particular time, but this isn't about the 49ers. We'll get to them later. But I mean, a lot of teams could have used him. I mean, Minnesota probably could have used DeMarcus Ware, man. Detroit probably could have used DeMarcus Ware, right? I mean, couple people drafted the right person because they end up being Pro Bowlers or whatever. Specifically Adam Jones and Adam Antrell Roll and Carlos Rogers was really good. But I mean, the ones that missed on picks, right? Chicago could have definitely used DeMarcus Ware. Think about him on the defense that they actually end up building like a couple years later that got them to the Super Bowl. DeMarcus Ware would have been nice. You know what I'm saying? Sean Merriman, like he slipped a little bit, right? So that was a steal. And it turned out to be one of the best steals ever. So also in that draft, 20th overall, they drafted Marcus Spears, aka Swagoo, right? National champion with LSU, man. I really enjoyed him. I liked him on my Ravens, even though it was just like one season. I was like, man, cool. We got Dallas Cowboys on our team. Cool. Swagoo did what he's supposed to do. I mean, his defensive end, man, he didn't really like. I'm not gonna say he was like a bust or anything. I'm not gonna say that. But productive nonetheless, man. That's all you really say. Productive, and he did his thing. You know, he did his thing so much that he got himself a contract extension with the Cowboys, man. So I mean, I call this a hit. I think it worked out for them. He was productive, and if they keep you around, you're probably doing right. So that's my opinion. So '06, man, they end up drafting Bobby Carpenter from Ohio State. If you know the '06 draft class, man, that is the one with Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart and all them guys, Vince Young, Mario Williams. So there's a lot of good players in there too, man. But we talking about Bobby Carpenter, man. Man, I don't know. I gotta see. So I think this was a miss because he was not productive for real. Even playing in all the games, he just wasn't productive, man. So I'm gonna call this a miss. But you got a top 25 draft pick, man. So just didn't work out, man. That's all. Yeah, just didn't work out at all, man. But Anthony Spencer, though. Anthony Spencer in '07. I actually kind of remember Anthony Spencer a little bit, man. He played the Cowboys for about 8 years, and he was always around the football. Like, always around football. Like, wasn't like no superstar player. He did get to a Pro Bowl or whatever, but he wasn't like a superstar guy. But he was productive. He's always making tackles. You see him in the pile doing his thing, man. 11 sacks and 12. So I want to say he would have had a whole lot of I think he would have had a lot more. I think he would have been a lot better. I think he had a lot more in the tank, in my opinion. He had 11 sacks and then just off the map after that, you know. But still productive, so I call it a hit, man. So yeah, I remember him a little bit. So then we get to '08. They had two first round picks. So they take Felix Jones, a part of that great Arkansas backfield with himself, Jeremy Fadden, and Peyton Hillis. So that was a like I said, Jeremy Fadden, Peyton Hillis. So they did good. They did real good, man. And he had 1,000 yards rushing with Jeremy Fadden, who ended up having like almost 2,000 yards rushing, right? And then Peyton Hillis had like 1,000 yards rushing. You know what I'm saying? So like they were balling. They was balling with them, man. So this but his time in the Cowboys was kind of marred by uh he wasn't the guy because I want to say they had Marion Barber. So it was kind of a compliment to him. Like he was backing him up a little bit. But he still was able to have a little bit of success. Yeah. So in spot duty, I'm gonna call this a hit because he still was productive, even playing the backup role, right? Because he ended up having a backup. I want to say DeMarco Murray as well. So definitely a hit, man. So Mike Jenkins, he was with the Cowboys for 5 years. Um, and he was productive too. So, they definitely got value drafting him at 25. So I call that a hit as well, man. So in '09 they didn't have a pick, but they traded with the Cowboys. I mean, yeah, they traded with the Lions to get Roy Williams. So now you got your big name receiver, right? And then the next year you draft Dez Bryant, right? Everybody knows Dez Bryant, one of the best college football players in his years, man. Really good. Had a whole lot of catches, man. Like he was good, man. That's all I can say. Um, Aggressive, going up to get the ball. Big body dude too, man. 6'2", 200 pounds at receiver with great jumping ability. Not the most speedy dude, but acceleration was crazy. When he got going, you wasn't catching him. So one of the best, had a really good run with the Cowboys, man. And good, man. He caught a lot of touchdowns, man, a whole lot. So I think this is a hit, man. And then you pair him with Roy Williams, that's a hit, right? So you see Cowboys starting to build up this team, get some really good players, and they start winning around this time a little bit, like 9, 10, shit like that. They start winning a little bit around this time, man. They start piecing together um, some really good seasons, man, in my opinion, right? So you end up getting Dez Bryant, right? But in the coming years, right, you still got you get 8-8. Then you get another pick that we're gonna talk about. But then you start winning a little bit. You start getting in this golden era, right? Getting better, getting better, getting better, getting better, getting better, and everything, right? So the more they draft, you'll see how good it started to get a little bit, right? But like I said, it starts with the draft. What's good? What's good? We got a comment in here, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We keeping it up. We keeping it up. We keeping it up, man. Yes, sir. We keep working, man. That's Brandon, y'all, the other half of the football frame of mind duo, the dynamic duo. But we get into, like I said, they started getting some good players, right? Pieces that can fit them as they move into this new era of Cowboys football, right? So in 11, they end up getting that franchise left tackle, man, to protect your quarterback. Tyron Smith, I mean, one of the best tackles in the game during his era of his generation, right? He was the Cowboys for bucket a long time. Very long time, man. Later in his career, injuries started to kind of take over a little bit. But early on, he was solid dude. Ninth overall, that's great value. Then they took. What can I say about Morris Claiborne, man? Getting picked sixth overall. Morris Claiborne was really good at LSU, man. I remember him being really good. But he started off the draft talking about, oh, I can play both sides. I was like, man, maybe you should like. Man, this is before we start getting like Travis Hunter and shit like that. But I was like, man, maybe you should focus on playing corner first, cause like there's some good receivers, man, that you're gonna have to cover. And ended up just kind of focusing on one, but it was up and down, up and down. So I'm gonna call this a miss because he got picked so high and they really needed him to play. And when you only give me 9 games, 3 games, 11, 7, right? The availability is not there for you to actually make an impact, in my opinion. So I'm gonna call this a miss. But he did end up getting the Super Bowl with the Chiefs later in his career. I'm gonna call this a miss. So 2013, they end up getting into some really cool stuff, man. Travis Frederick was there for a while, All Pro, couple times, Pro Bowler, man. So started all the games he played. So this is a hit. Like I say all the time, if they keep you around and you start getting Pro Bowls and shit, there you go. Sound like a hit to me, right? So then 15, they draft Byron Jones, man. Um, with the Cowboys for about 5 years. Um, really good production. Got some tackles, man. Interceptions and things like that, man. And he started a lot and he played a lot. So I'm gonna call this a hit, man. Nothing too crazy, but you picking 27th overall. You just hoping to get some kind of production out of him. You got an All Pro and a Pro Bowl. That's production in my opinion. So that's a hit, right? So like I said, they get into this era of winning a little bit, and then they draft some pretty cool dudes, right? Then 16, they take Zeke after he had a wonderful career in Ohio State. Um, like I said, dude's good. Like I said, um, he was nice. He was nice in high school. He was nice in college, and it turned out to be really good, man. So the production was there, right? People say what they want about Zeke later in his career, but early on, he was definitely a top five running back in the league, right? Not arguable. The production is there, right? So personally, going into this draft, being a fan of Alabama, I was like, man, you gotta take the Heisman winner, right? But looking back on it, there's a reason why Zeke ended up going fourth overall. One, Derrick Henry could run the ball, but he wasn't all around when it comes to catching the ball. And then pass blocking was a question. You didn't have those questions with Zeke Elliott because he could one run his ass off, not the fastest, but he can catch that ball out the backfield and he can pass block the hell out of anybody. You ain't have to worry about him missing the block and your quarterback getting toast because he can pass block his ass off. So that's kind of why he went fourth overall. But the production was there. Just wish they got him a championship because they had some really good teams, bro. Man, they had some good teams around that time, man. Especially 16. Like, yeah, man. I know there's some rumors going around like around that time that they were gonna take Jalen Ramsey, I believe. But nah, it was good that they picked him, man. Like I said, man, the Cowboys was on a good run, man. It was on a good run, man. 15, not 15. Which year was that? The year before that. Yeah, 14. He won 12 games, right? Then they lose in a bunch of games, getting a high pick. And 13-3. I think this is when they started. I think it's when they started having Dak too. Yeah, that's when they had Dak in that thing. Yeah. Yeah, they started winning some ball games then, 9-7, but they ain't make the playoffs or nothing. And then 10-6. Like they started winning some ball games, man. Like I said, but that 16 season, bro. I thought that was it. I thought that was the year the Cowboys was gonna get them a championship. Cause they was damn good, dog. I mean, Dak, Zeke, this, like everybody was playing at a high level. And I'm sitting there like, yo, if they gonna get them a title, this was the year. Because everybody was doing a thug dizzle, man. Everybody was balling. Everybody. So it just didn't happen, man. But this is what kind of turned them into this right here. Getting Zeke Elliott, that changed everything. That rookie season was pretty damn good. And then, obviously they don't win a Super Bowl, lose to the Packers. And then next year they picked Taco Charlton. Like Taco man wasn't there that long. Um, so yeah, I gotta call it a miss. Yeah, gotta call it a miss, man. Um, in college he was pretty productive. He was good. He was good, man. Like he had that size, man. Like he had everything you needed to be a really good productive defensive end, man. But like even drafting him as late as they did, you still need a little bit more. And they just didn't get it, man. And I think he was out of the league by 2023. I mean, his last year plan was the Steelers in 2021. So yeah. But Leighton Vander Esch, man. What happened, man? Why you retired? Because he was damn good, man. Oh, he had the neck issues, man. But didn't he have a neck roll? I'm just playing, man. I know you still be going hard, so it don't really matter. You got a neck roll out there. But this is a hit, and it really should be. He should be playing right now, but unfortunately, he's done with the neck injuries, man. But like as far as playing, he was good. When he played, he was on fire, man. But unfortunately, he had them neck issues, man. But this is definitely a hit for the Cowboys as they move into the future, right? So no pick 19 traded that to get Amari Cooper, trying to maximize this window that they're in. In 2020 they ended up with CD Lamb, man, another 88 club member. As Michael Irvin allows everybody to wear his number because he don't care about that shit. But CeeDee Lamb, one of the most productive receivers in the league right now, still with the Cowboys, signed a nice big contract, so he's gonna be there for a minute to catch passes from Dak if he throw him the ball, right? But the fact he's the only weapon that the Cowboys got, he's going to get the ball, man. But I'm kidding, but he is one of the best receivers in the league. So this is a hit. It's gonna continue to be a hit, and there you go. Actually, CeeDee Lamb was pretty good at Oklahoma too, so it don't surprise me. I honestly thought he would go a little higher, in my opinion. I thought he'd go a little higher, man. In 2020, the COVID year. Shit, the Lions could have used him, but Okuda was poised to be that good. But um, there's a lot of teams that could use him. Shit. Unfortunately, I think Oakland will probably take CeeDee Lamb right now over Henry Ruggs, man. But that's neither here or there. But as we continue this hits or misses, man, we get into 21. Michael Parsons, he sat out the COVID year, but before that, there's a whole lot of good, man. Whole lot of good. Like he got his degree, so he completed the whole college experience. But one thing that I really liked about Michael Parsons was this shit right here. He ran a 4.3 as a defensive player, bro. You understand what that kind of speed means? That every play you are able to basically fuck it up. If they don't block you, account for you, chip you, you in the backfield all the time. Like you doing whatever you want out there. So this is a hit. You trying to get a new deal? They picked up the option, and the production is there, bro. Now I knew he was productive, but I didn't know he was this damn productive, bro. Like this is double digit sack totals, like big boy sack totals. 13, 13, 14, 12. Like now why did he want that money? Question is, are they gonna give it to him? Because he deserved that shit. Dude nasty as hell, man. He can stand up, put his hand in the dirt, whatever you want him to do. Cowboys gonna have to park up some money, man. But this was a hit. This is a hit, man. So then they got Tyler Smith. He's obviously still there. 24th overall. Tackle, Pro Bowler, All Pro. Yeah, this is a hit. Still there. So, yeah. Did he get a new contract or anything? So he should be getting one soon too. So and then Mazzy Smith, he's still there, man. Inconclusive. Gotta play more games. So there's gonna be a make or break season for him. He gotta take that next step. And then 2024 ended up with Tyler Guyton, another tackle. Um, he's on the list of like a couple people wrote articles that he's on like a bust list like alert. Like he's on a bust alert. Like they think he's not gonna be that good, man. So I would say I disagree. Because I mean he did play in 15 games and he did start 11. So I mean they see something in him. It's probably gonna be a big year for him moving forward. But it's still too early to tell. But 6'8", I like that size, so you'll be all right. So as we get into the end of the Cowboys hits and misses, man, I gotta give my assessment of their draft picks and what I think they're gonna do in the 25 draft. So the Cowboys picked was that 12? So they need something. They need a splash. But picking at 12, a lot of the players is gonna be gone. Hmm. Man, let me see what the Cowboys got, bro. Going into what they got. So they got no CDs on the team. No Micah's on the team. Tyler and Guyton, so they got their bookend tackles. So let me see what the Cowboys got. So Zach Martin done. Marcus Lawrence is gone. That really ain't do shit for real. So we signed Dante Fowler, Solomon Thomas, Javonte Williams. I'm like 1 year deals though. But they kept Cavante Turpin. Oh, I wish they wouldn't have did that, man. Oh, cause they ain't gonna treat him like they should. He should be way more than a kick returner, man. His speed is crazy, man. Oh man, I wish they would just let him walk. Somebody was gonna get him. So they got Joe Milton and Kenneth Murray. I don't know. I hope Joe Milton just ain't sitting there, man. He looked good in that last game of the year, man. So Trey Lance is gone. That was a dud anyway. So trying to see what makes sense for them, man. Because you're going into this season with Dak Prescott. Like, I don't care how good Joe Milton looked. Dak Prescott is starting. He making $60 million a year, bro. Ain't no way I'm a billionaire and I'm paying this player $60 million. And he gonna sit on the bench. No way. No way. He gonna earn his keep. So I don't know, man. If I'm the Cowboys, man, I might take the best player available, man. 'Cause they need a lot of shit. They still got Javon Diggs, but I think he might be traded during the draft, man. Yeah, I think he might be traded during the draft. They got 11 picks like a couple years ago, and three. They got hurt. And then it's kind of whatever after that. They might trade him. They might. If I say a need for real, man, they gotta get a running back, dog. If you gotta trade up and get one, trade up and get one, man. Or whatever. But they need one. But in terms of that first round pick, man, you either go defense and draft a defensive end. There's a lot of good ones in this first round. Um, but at some point between the first and third round, you need a running back, right? You're gonna need one because the Commanders are good. The Eagles are definitely good. They just won a Super Bowl, and then the Giants got a chance to be kind of good too, depending on what quarterback they start. So Cowboys really ain't made no moves this offseason, man. Not that really affect them winning like a Super Bowl or even winning the division. So it's looking like they gonna have to do something nasty in this draft, man. Something that make you say, okay, Cowboys might be back, man. But as far as the draft picks from 2000, man, um, like I said, man, I think they really hurt the team not drafting Randy Moss in '98 going into 2000. But it was okay. I think at some point you needed to draft a quarterback, but I guess you can say they did. But As far as the picks that they made, they hit on a lot of them. Some miss, but the majority of them definitely hit, man. And they got some good players still, but compared to the rest of the NFC East, their team isn't the best right now. But that's kind of what it is for the Cowboys, man. They did pretty good, man. I liked how they continue to draft good, even though Jerry Jones is old as hell. Um, they seem to hit it. They seem to hit on some draft picks, man. So I think it's cool. I just think Jerry Jones need to get up out the way, um, and just let his son do his thing, man. I think there's a disconnect. Obviously, they ended up with Brian Schottenheimer. Don't really know how that's gonna work. But we'll see. I think let's look at the board. So I think they fighting for third. I think it's fight for who gonna finish last though, between them and the Giants. Because I don't see them better than the Commanders. Commanders made a whole lot of good moves this offseason. And the Eagles is trying to run it back for a Super Bowl. So I think third is the best for the Cowboys going into this season, man. But let me know what you think about the Cowboys, man. Pick since 2000, man. Um, did they hit on a lot of them, miss on a lot of them? And if you're a Cowboys fan, get into the comment section and let me know how you feel about your team going into 2025. So, and what you should do in the draft. I want to know that. I like hearing people, other fans' thought process on their teams, man. So, it's your boy Cam. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Football Frame of Mind live show every uh, every Sunday, 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. We talk about all kind of shit. Just join us, man. Damn, do do it. Hit the subscribe button, man. We growing. So I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace. I'll find the button eventually. All right, I'm going now.